The royal family made a deeply regrettable mistake with Meghan Markle soon after she became engaged to Prince Harry, one expert has claimed. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry announced their engagement in November 2017. But after the news went public, the royal family failed to introduce the future Duchess of Sussex to royal journalists in the same way they did with Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, when she became engaged to Prince William, an expert has claimed. Writing in this week's Telegraph, royal newsletter expert and editor Camilla Tominey brands the firm's failure to treat Meghan the same as Kate deeply regrettable, and argues it may have helped cement the anti-press stance Harry and Meghan hold to this day. Touching on the royals' tricky relationship with the media, Ms. Tominey mentioned a recent interview she did with Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall. Despite the bad press the Duchess of Cornwall has received in the past, she remains friendly towards journalists, Ms. Tominey explained. She wrote, "I've just written a piece on the Duchess of Cornwall, out this weekend," in which a former aide commented on how much she enjoyed speaking to us hacks. Ms. Tominey added, "This is despite the tabloids spending most of the 1990s and early 2000s vilifying her as the most hated woman in Britain and public enemy number one. She loves a gossip, she loves a good story, and she knows journalists are inherently interesting people," insisted the source. Camilla's treatment at the hands of the media dwarfs what Harry and Meghan went through, Ms. Tominey argues. She added, "What Camilla was put through makes Prince Harry and Meghan's treatment by the newspapers look like a walk in the park. And yet the Sussexes remain the most anti-press of all. Meghan and Harry's anti-press stance may have been prevented if Meghan had been introduced to royal journalists from the start like Kate was," Ms. Tominey suggested. She added, "I have always thought it deeply regrettable that the palace never properly introduced Meghan to the royal press pack, as they did when then Kate Middleton became engaged to Prince William. It is only really when the royal family and journalists meet face to face that both sides come to realize that there is probably more that unites them than divides them." Meghan and Harry's struggle in the limelight was one of the reasons they gave for quitting as senior royals. However, since their departure from the firm, the couple have maintained a strong public profile. Their bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey in March shook the royal household to its core, as the couple spoke out about their time as working royals and made several damning allegations against the monarchy. In recent weeks, news Harry is to pen a tell-all memoir that is due to be published next year will have also ruffled feathers among palace aides. In a statement about his upcoming book, Harry said, "I'm writing this not as the prince I was born but as the man I have become. I've worn many hats over the years, both literally and figuratively, and my hope is that in telling my story, the highs and lows, the mistakes, the lessons learned, I can help show that no matter where we come from, we have more in common than we think. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to share what I've learned over the course of my life so far, and excited for people to read a first-hand account of my life that's accurate and wholly truthful." The Sussexes have been based in California since last year, but were expected to return to the UK to attend the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations next spring. There is now speculation they may be uninvited from the event amid fears royal family dramas might dwarf the Queen's milestone. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's future projects have been criticized for advising people on wellness, philanthropy, and leadership when they are not experts. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's career goals have been accused of sounding like self-indulgent, pretentious nonsense. It is rumored in U.S. media that the couple will pen further books in the future covering wellness, philanthropy, and leadership. However, the Daily Mail's Andrew Pierce has questioned the plan, saying the couple lack any qualifications to talk about these topics. Mail Plus Palace Confidential host Joe Elvin said, "There are now reports in America that suggest that there will be further books from Meghan and Harry on leadership, philanthropy, and wellness. What are their qualifications?" Mr. Pierce responded, "Exactly. Who made them experts? What do they know about leadership? What sort of leadership? On wellness, Meghan is very conscious about health and the rest, but they are no experts. And philanthropy, they have set up their charitable foundation, sure, but they are not in the same league as Bill Gates." He added, "It sounds like the usual self-indulgent, pretentious nonsense." Royal expert Victoria Murphy said the couple should expect tough scrutiny. She said, "If they are looking at offering advice, people are going to ask questions about their expertise." Ms. Murphy said that whatever the couple choose to work on in the future, it will be a commercial success. She explained, "There is an audience for everything they do. Meghan's book The Bench received harsh critical reviews, but it was still a bestseller. Everything they do gets a huge amount of attention and will do really well commercially. But she warned that the couple's focus on the past and looking back at the royal family would trump everything else they do, including their charitable work. Ms. Murphy said when they left the royal family, there was this sense they were putting distance between themselves and royal life, and they were going to be looking outward. They were going to shine a light on the causes they care about. There's been a bit of that, but there's been a lot of introspection and self-reflection and a lot of looking back. With Harry doing this book, that trumps everything. This memoir is all people will talk about in relation to this couple for the next year and a half. Jeremy Clarkson said the Queen had the right to tell Prince Harry to get lost in a furious outburst over laying wreaths at a Remembrance Sunday event. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have found themselves in a fresh royal row as the Duke prepares to publish his memoirs. Sources within the royal household have told of fear amongst close family members of Harry, with Prince Charles and Prince William reportedly shaken by the news. But one royal figure has stepped to their defense today, Sarah Ferguson. Fergie said on Friday that Princess Diana would be so proud of Harry and Meghan, who she thinks shouldn't be judged based on race, creed, color, or any other denomination. The Duchess of York was speaking on Good Morning America to promote her new fictional book about royal life. When she made the remarks defending Harry and Meghan. One figure who has been more critical of the Sussexes, however, is Jeremy Clarkson. He has taken aim at the couple on a number of occasions, including when he hit out at Harry for requesting that a wreath be laid on his behalf during a Remembrance Sunday service in November last year. Writing in The Sun, Clarkson said the Queen had the right to tell Harry to get lost as he is no longer a royal family member. He said, "If I'd rung Buckingham Palace last weekend to ask if Mrs. Queen would lay a wreath at the cenotaph on my behalf, I'm fairly sure they'd have politely told me to get lost. Because I'm not a member of the royal family. So why did Harry Markle think that someone should lay a wreath on his behalf? Because he's not a member of the royal family either." Harry and Meghan did mark Remembrance Sunday. They visited the Los Angeles National Cemetery to pay their respects to fallen Commonwealth soldiers. A spokesman for the couple said, "It was important to the Duke and Duchess to be able to personally recognize remembrance in their own way. To pay tribute to those who have served and to those who gave their lives." The couple laid flowers that the Duchess picked from their garden at the grave sites of two Commonwealth soldiers. One who had served in the Royal Australian Air Force and one from the Royal Canadian Artillery. When Harry and Meghan announced they would leave royal duties, Clarkson predicted they would not have a happy ending. He said, "The tale of Harry and Meghan is an epic love story and I wish them both well. But I genuinely fear that it will not have a happy ending." The former Top Gear star also said he doesn't judge Meghan for making the decision, but not without a customary jibe. He added, "Meghan Markle will have grown up imagining that princesses live in fairy tale castles and spend all day riding around on golden unicorns, smiling kindly at muddy plebs. So it will have come as a bit of a surprise when she became a British royal and found that on a wet Tuesday morning she'd have to go to Carlisle on something called a train to open the Civic Centre's new disabled ramp. So she's obviously decided that if she can't dine on peach and peacock and have a couple of mermaids in the gin-filled swimming pool, she won't be opening any new toilet blocks ever again. I won't judge her for that. People are allowed to resign from jobs they don't like."